Hi guys, how are you? I am here. I'm going to resume. Sorry, hi. I'm going to be here talking with you guys. With Emily. Just one second. I'm trying to set this up. Just give us a second. I'm going to wait until Emily pops on here because I cannot wait for you to hear her story. So let's just wait for her. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Let me see here. Great. I'm just going to see. Let me see if I can just add her invite. Add. She's here. Okay. Did you get the invite to come? There she is. I'm really proud of us. Are you there?
I can only see this part.
I can see. Bring on camera.
There you are.
Okay. I can't see you.
I have the camera on. Hang on.
Let me see. We can hear you though, which is wonderful. So bring them on camera. I'm going to press. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Let me see. Invite. Okay. Dun, dun. Bring them on camera. Maybe I'll remove you and try to come back in. I'll re-invite you, okay?
Okay.
Oh, just one second. Perfect. And then I'm going, just one second, guys. Add back in. I think I added the right person back in. Adding, yep. There she is. I can't see you, but I can.
I pushed join on camera.
Change to view. No.
I can see myself. I can see.
Okay, if you can see yourself, then that's good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's probably on my end. If you can see yourself and you can see me.
Yes.
And we're stacked like above each other.
Yeah. Cool. You're on top.
Okay, cool. If not, at least everybody can hear you. It sounds like it's just an issue on my end. So, okay, Emily, first of all, thank you so much. I know I was like, guys, I just literally said to her, Emily is a partner. She started as a customer. And then, of course, after trying these products, she was like, whoa, I need to let everybody know how helpful these products are. And so when she was doing a post this morning, I just said to her last minute, can you just hop on a live with me? Because I said, we need to blow your story up because there's so many people who are suffering with ulcerative colitis. If I'm just tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. IBS, colitis, so many inflammatory gut and bowel issues. And nobody's talking about how this is changing day-to-day quality of life. So let me just kind of ask you a few questions here, Em, and so we can kind of peel back the layers of your story. So first of all, tell us a little bit about your condition and what you do lifestyle-wise and your infusions and how that was kind of keeping things at bay before you started using the product, but still having quite a few flare-ups.
Yeah, so I have ulcerative colitis, and I was diagnosed with that probably, I'd say, maybe 20 years ago. But I didn't know what to do. They really didn't tell you what to do, how to change your lifestyle. So finally, when I moved here to Nova Scotia, I saw a doctor who said, okay, you need to change some things and do some things. So I did. I changed my food completely. I ate gluten-free. I did do lactose-free for a long time, but I still didn't feel that great. So I decided to cut out dairy completely. That's been a big thing for me. I don't deprive myself. People think that, oh my God, you must not eat anything. No, I do eat. I eat really well, actually. So then I started my infusions back in 2020. 2020, I got a really, really bad flare up that I ended up going to see my doctor. And I asked him if there was anything we could do. And he suggested Remicade. Now, Remicade is something that there's extra protein that I produce in my immune system to combat that makes things inflame. So it kind of protects, I guess, because it inflames stuff to protect it from something, but I produce too much of it. So what Remicade does is that it goes in and it attacks that so that you produce less of it, which is good for me, and it can be bad also because if I can get sick much easier because it's an autoimmune deficiency, and
Yeah.
So I was doing all that, but I still held inflammation. I didn't really think I did, but I didn't feel that great and felt better, but not that great. So then introduced Happy Juice, which I think it was you that posted it, or Lori. And I said, why not? I've tried everything else. I've tried all the probiotics, prebiotics, natural, this, align that, this, that, the other thing. So I decided to try it. And the first few days I saw a difference, but 4 weeks after I started, I got worse. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I got really, really bad. And I thought, I can't do this, but I continued. I said, I got to continue. And after 5 days of that 4 weeks, everything clicked and the inflammation went away. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And we know now that that's called the die-off effect, right? Like you had like a postponed die-off effect. So, I mean, that must have really made you scared. Like, oh my gosh, has this actually made it worse and not better? But you pushed through. So what made you push through? What made you be like, okay, I'm going to keep this going because I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel?
There was, I think I was talking and this was all brand new products and stuff at the time that we were all introduced to. So I was kind of reading what people were saying, and I just said, I'm going to push through. And I think somebody had said, you might not feel that great here and there, but I decided to push through because I wanted to see, okay, what is happening? And I think that maybe it was you that said, you're detoxing, your guts are kind of like, ooh, what are you doing? You're giving me good stuff that I'm not used to. So I think that's what happened. And I just pushed through, and it was the best thing I could have ever done because it's really changed my life.
Amazing. And like you were saying, like you were using other products before because you were told, use a probiotic, make sure you prebiotics, all the things. And so you were using good brands before. You were using, because I was the same way. I don't have the condition you have, but I was like, no, I'm good. I got this. But at the same time, it wasn't helping. Like it wasn't the right strands, or it wasn't the right potency or the right quality, right? So you were finding that too, right? You were using, what people would say similar products or cheaper products without results.
Yeah, I was using, which I got at the natural store, and it was prebiotics, probiotics. And yes, at first, the first couple of weeks you use it and you're like, okay, this might be working. But as the months went and I felt like I was spending money, it wasn't really changing anything. It was, I don't think it was masking anything. It was just not what I wanted it to be. I wanted the inflammation to go away. I wanted to, but use the bathroom better. I wanted to feel better because I always felt blah, just that, So.
And that blah, like, was it physical? Was it mental? Was it like a combination of both? Like, was it energy wise? Like, what did you find at the end of those 5 days that you pushed through towards the end of week 4? Like, what was that light at the end of the tunnel? What day to day, how did that change for you?
I just had more energy, less bloating. I felt better here, like just in general, I felt calmer, lighter, like something clicked, and I was like, okay, this is good. I feel better. And I think that now we know it's so important that gut health is related to your brain and your well-being. So I think that's what made me continue. Once I hit that click, I was like, okay, I'm hooked. I want to feel like this all the time.
Absolutely. And like so many people who have ulcerative colitis, like yourself, you still need your infusions. It's not a replacement for your infusions. And I was talking to a friend of mine in the dog park, and he's been recently diagnosed. And I told him about this, and I got a bit of an eye roll, which is normal. But I said, no, no, it's not. I'm not saying there's not a purpose for these incredible infusions, but day to day, what we do in our lifestyle by using the right products to kind of, meet like when the East and West meets together to make a perfect harmony, so that in between infusions, you're feeling your best. Would you agree with that?
Yes, 100%. And my body knows when it's time for my infusion, because a week before I get a little bit more inflammation, not as much as I would in the past without my beautiful happy juice and my other products, but I can feel it. I'm ready. And so I just went for it. And the next day, everything was gone.
Amazing.
So I went back to, okay, here we go. So now I continue with my products, and it's just fabulous.
Awesome. And I mean, we can't make any claims. These are natural products, they're adaptogen products, but they are patented. So that's the reason why I always say to people, like, there's no other dupes out there. Like, there's no other combination of these specific probiotic, prebiotic, psychobiotic, and postbiotic strains.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's so unique and it works so well. So we're not making any claims. But would you say for yourself and your experience, Emily, that you've had less flare-ups in between, not just the day-to-day, but are you able to maybe every once in a while incorporate foods that you weren't able to incorporate before? Like, what's your take on that?
I flare-ups for sure. I can't really remember when I had a bad flare-up. I do get, once in a while I'll be constipated, and I mean, I'm sorry, we're going to talk real
Oh,
here.
no, we are doing it here.
These help a lot, but I feel like if I didn't have that, everything would be worse. And I've been there, and I don't want to go back. And like you said, I don't want to claim that this has, this has healed everything. But when you fix your microbiome in your gut, it helps with everything else. And fixing my microbiome is very important because of my ulcerative colitis, of what's going on in there. It's so important. So this helps to keep my microbiome healthy. And so I get those less flare-ups, which is very important.
I love that. And I remember being on a call, and in the text in this post too, I talked about, and I know you were on the same call when Dr. Sean was our chief science officer, and he was doing an educational call for us, and he spoke to you on this call. There's hundreds of people on this call, and he spoke to you and I remember you said to him, thank you so much for these products. They've changed my life. And you were like, I start to cry. You start to cry. He was so touched because it's like a lot more, of course, your before and afters. And I'll get you to drop them in the, once we're done this live here, Emily, your before and afters, that's, people say, oh, don't put before and afters, but that's the only thing that gets people scroll stopping, right, is when you show the before and after. Yours are absolutely impressive, and they are scroll stopping, but there's so much more behind it. This story that you're telling today is just life transformative, and that's why I wanted you to share that. But you probably remember this on that call when Dr. Sean said that he has like many gastroenterologists in the United States calling him, asking him what's in the product. Do you remember? Were you on the call?
Yeah, I was. He was asking him, what are you doing? What is happening? What to the patients? Why are they getting better? Well, not getting better, but feeling better. So yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And like, he was like, it's just our patent in our formula. And then he would be like, what's in your formula? It's like, well, it's patented. We can't tell you. there's a reason we can't tell you. Because everybody's out there trying to. But, I remember when he said that, and it was like a real, like, whoa.
Yeah.
And, a sign that we need to integrate, like, science, medicine, and more of a holistic approach together so that we can really heal on every aspect of that, right?
Yeah, I'm very much on that. I think that natural products are so important. They've been around for thousands of years, and I think that they should bring them back because I don't like chemicals. Yes, I get my Remicade, but it's the only thing that I'll put in my body. Other than that, I want to make sure that I'm all natural and taking care of everything
Yeah,
else on top of that.
exactly.
Natural.
Exactly. And I mean, thank you so much. Like, we'll wrap this up here because I don't want it to go too long, but like, Emily, thank you for like literally last minute, guys. Like, PS, we could talk for another 20 minutes about her hair care and the fact that she uses our new all natural
Oh,
Runus.
yes.
You are literally the poster board for the new fermented hair care as well, which is another line that we carry. But Emily, like, thanks for being like, yeah, I will just hop on and share this vulnerable story because you, like, what if even one person who suffers with, something similar as you, or, I know we have lots of girls on our team who with IBS and different types of Crohn's and colitis as well, that it could really change their lives like it changed yours.
Yes, and I want that. Just one person, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Right.
If I can help one person, yeah, for sure.
And I think it's safe to say that if anybody who has questions about that specifically can contact you, Emily, because you live with this every day, and
Anytime.
awesome. I love that. Cheers, girl. Thank you. Keep on keeping on. Your story always blows me away, and I hope this little live has helped somebody. So, guys, share it, tag somebody, and thanks again, Em.
Thanks.
Happy
Bye.
snow day. Bye.
Bye.